actually help him to get around and like walk, and wouldn't you think that would?
Yeah, make him get a workout in the field first. Well, first make him start by walking around the field once.
How'd you do that?
And then he'll
Only that one side,
And a fire. You sit next to the fire in July with your fur coat on. There's something not right about you. Sorry, Linton. Okay, so in addition to being physically weak, generally annoying, cold all the time, sickly, how does Linton treat people?
Poorly.
He's shy.
Okay. Someone find an example of him speaking to someone.
Like with Kathy,
I don't think it's in there.
he like doesn't know what to talk about.
Okay, so Kathy comes. She goes out of her way to come visit him and play and entertain him. Yeah, he does. He spends a whole lot of time making fun of Harriton. Has Harriton done anything to provoke him or make him upset? Harriton is just stupid.
I'm surprised he does, because Harrison's like his servant, so. Kinda, in a way.
Yeah, in a way. He's certainly treated like a servant. Is Harriton... Explain to me how Harriton is stupid. Is he stupid like...
Can't be.
He never received any
Okay.
sort of education.
So he's stupid like he's never been to school. He can't read. But is he, like, slow stupid?
No.
No, he's not in any way stupid. Like, I mean, I don't know.
He's just dull.
He's just never been educated.
On the other hand, if I walked up to somebody like Linton, I would think they were slow.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
Yeah.
like he doesn't talk much. He just seems generally awkward, and you just look at him and he looks like he's about to just
Die.
die.
And it's July, and he's in his living room.
Like,
Did you see him like on the sofa in his fur coat? Like, I'm so cold.
yeah.
So Linton's sort of lacking in the social skills area of life. He makes fun of Harriton all the time. Harriton is stupid only because he's never been to school. He's never been educated, so he's never... And has he ever had any need to read or write?
No.
No, he works in a field. He's a farmer. He doesn't need to know how to read and write. So that's not an issue that's ever come up before. Let's see. So Kathy is going to go hang out with Linton because they're cousins, and it'll be fun for her to have a new friend. That's how Heathcliff sort of convinces her to come. What is his real motivation for having Kathy come play and be friends with Linton?
So he can get, so they can marry and he can get the
Money.
thirst trap.
Right. Heathcliff wants them to get married because then, when Linton dies, because Linton's not looking like he's going to live to be 80, Heathcliff will inherit Thrushcross Grange, and he'll have Wuthering Heights too.
That's what happens too.
That is what happens.
Yep.
That's a blow. That shouldn't come as a major surprise. Linton will die young.
Wait, Linton's gonna die young?
You know, he's going to live to be 80.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna be wearing his coat when it's like, oh, get your back.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a great freeze, and he's gonna be the only one that survives because he's got his fur cloak on all the time. All right, so Kathy, how does Kathy get the opportunity to go visit Linton so often? Because her dad doesn't know anything about this, and Nellie's like, this seems like a bad idea. So how does she get over there?
She's sneaky.
She's sneaky. What happens that allows her to have time to go over without anyone watching her?
Her dad leaves.
The fact that her dad shuttered himself up in the library and won't come out.
Okay.
She like goes ahead of Nellie.
Yeah. and What happens to Nellie? After that, they go out that night and they stay out all night, and then they come home, and what happens to Nellie?
She gets fired.
No, she doesn't get fired. Edgar is too oblivious to anything that's happening to care about what his daughter does. Really. He's mourning his dead wife and living in the library. Nellie gets a cold. Yes, she gets a cold. And back in 1800, getting a cold wasn't like you took some Advil and some NyQuil and then you were better the next day. She's laid up for 3 weeks with her cold. And so that gives Kathy the perfect opportunity every evening to ride her little pony over to Wuthering Heights and visit with Linton.
I think it's good for Linton that he has somebody besides Heathcliff to inherit his behavior because you'll probably teach him a little bit of civic skills.
Okay, yeah. It's supposed to be, Heathcliff is convinced it's good for his health, right, to have her come visit. Now, as soon as Nellie gets better, this comes to a halt. But what does Kathy do to keep the relationship going?
She writes letters. to the
Right.
milkman.
She starts writing notes and sending them by way of the milkman. What is sort of peculiar or odd, perhaps, about the notes that she gets back? This is sort of mentioned in very small detail. What's unusual about the notes that she gets back? Let's look on 166, this is mentioned. So she's writing these notes, and does anybody know she's writing her notes?
No.
No, not until Nellie finds out. So nobody knows that she's writing these notes.
Yeah.
Okay, on 166, the
Number flat.
1, 2, 3, 4th full paragraph that starts, though I could, but I could not but suspect. Let's look at the end of that paragraph. It's only one sentence, so the second half of that second sentence. Gradually, however, they expanded, these are the ones that Linton is sending her. They expanded into copious love letters, foolish as the age of the writer rendered natural, yet with touches here and there which I thought were borrowed from a
Heathcliff
more
wrote them.
experienced source.
Heathcliff's writing that.
Heathcliff is writing these notes back.
I was thinking
That's
that.
kind of creepy.
But is he writing them so that she'll fall in love with him?
No.
No.
No. Why is he...
He's writing them so they'll fall in love with him.
Right. Why can't Linton write his own notes?
But he's
Because
pathetic.
He does...
Sad
Give him a
piece of
break.
life.
If you want to feel even, let's make fun of Linton some more.
No.
On page...
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts. On page 160, when Heathcliff pretty much admits to Nellie why that he wants them to fall in love and get married. This is a little bit more than halfway down the page. He's describing his son, and he says, "We calculate it will scarcely last till it is 18. Oh, confound the vapid thing." He's absorbed in drying his feet and never looks at her.
Wow.
So, how does Heathcliff feel about his own son?
He doesn't like it.
He probably is in many ways quite ashamed of him. I mean, here's big, strong Heathcliff the gypsy, and his son is Linton the cloak-wearing pansy boy. I mean, like, that's just sort of sad.
My dad hates me because I'm better than him.
And then, just to reiterate it a little bit more, at the very end of chapter 21, when Nellie finally finds the letters and she burns them, and Kathy goes to hysterics about the letters being burned because they're the only thing of Linton that she ever has, and she's never going to see him again. All that nonsense. Nellie sends a note back to Wuthering Heights that says, "Master Heathcliff is requested to send no more notes to Miss Linton as she will not receive them." And I think that that is written to be purposely obscure, because there's two Master Heathcliffs. It's Heathcliff, and then Linton's last name is Heathcliff, so both of them are technically Master Heathcliff. But her note is probably intended to go to both of the Masters Heathcliff, so that neither one of them will continue to send Kathy letters. Okay, so after this correspondence ends,
You only look at that.